Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you're here, you definitely know from the title that I'm talking about living environments in China and just how I'm dealing with that. And I must say guys, like, I'm not okay. I'm dealing with a lot, and I thought I'd share it just in case anyone has some encouraging words, or they're dealing with the same thing, or they've been there. Let's talk in my comments at this time. Like the video, leave a comment. But so, as you can see, my house is a mess because I am packing to move. And so, a little background: 3 years ago, when I moved to China, my very first apartment was in an environment that I did not like. It wasn't the worst, but no offense to anyone, but in my eyes, it wasn't kept up well. It was quite dirty. The common areas, so the shared areas, it was a little bit just rough. It looked like a rough area to live in. And when you live in these areas with so many people, because China is so populated, so when you live in like apartment buildings with many people and many buildings, you have a certain quality of people, you know. And so I didn't like my neighbors so much. I just didn't have the best experience with them. And I certainly didn't like my hallways and my common areas and my community compound. So if you're from New York, kind of think about like the projects. Like, it's a bunch of buildings, and then like to walk out or to walk, you know, to different places, you have to walk to a shared area, maybe to drop off your garbage or whatever the case may be. So China, Shanghai at least has many buildings like this. There's different variations of this. Some are a lot cleaner, some are not clean at all. There's usually a lot of people hanging out, a lot of construction going on, and this is normal. So this isn't like, oh my god, you're living in like a poor place. It's just, from what I know, the more populated the area, the more people you're gonna have. So the more neighbors you're gonna have, and the chances might be high that some of these people aren't really enjoyable to live around, you know. And so anyway, that was my first year here, and I really didn't enjoy it. And I made a vow to myself that when I moved into my next place, it would have all of the things that I want to make my life here more comfortable. So where I live now, it's in a new town, and so they have very new buildings, which is not common, by the way. It's very hard to find, but I just so happened to work in a new area in Shanghai that had knew everything. So my apartment, I was the first person to live here. It was very fresh. The hallways were kept clean. The maintenance is up, and with that came like the security guards of my building were just more polite and more helpful. My neighbors actually just were more welcoming, and I feel more safe. I feel more comfortable, and I feel like before I actually get to my apartment, I feel like, I'm happy to be home. I don't feel like icky, you know, walking around. And that says a lot, because like I said, this is hard to find. And so I really lucked up, and I love my apartment. I mean, it's not the most perfect apartment, but like, I just grown an attachment to it. And during COVID, when I had to be inside at all times for over 2 months, I stayed here and I enjoyed my time. I really did. I love where I live, and now I am moving on to another job, a better opportunity. And I am not a morning person, so I need to move close to my job, being that I have to be there, you know, before 8 o'clock in the morning. I can't live an hour away, or, you know, just have a hard time commuting. So I am moving close to my new job, and I was hoping that I could find something that had the same kind of standard, or at least close to it. And what I'm finding out is that is extremely difficult where my school is, or even like anywhere in the area, anywhere on the line of the train that I want to take. Is just like, it's really difficult. It does exist. For those who don't live in China, it does exist, like high quality, like just luxury apartments, it exists, but you have to pay a shitload of money. And I'm in a place where I'm saving. So it's like, I'm willing to pay extra, but I'm not willing to waste half my salary on just having a somewhat nice apartment or a clean hallway. You know what I mean? So I'm in this predicament where I have to leave. I mean, it just makes sense for me to live close to my school. And I signed a lease the other day. In this video, I will be showing you guys, or I probably already did, I don't know where, I'm going to post a clip of my new apartment. And I'm having separation anxiety. I actually tear up at the thought of leaving my current apartment, because I live abroad, I'm a woman, and I live alone, and I found peace in this home. It feels like home to me. Like when I come home to this apartment, I feel like this is my place, you know. And my first year here, I really struggled with that in my old apartment. It had a lot to do with just me not liking the environment and feeling comfortable. So I didn't feel comfortable with my hallways. Just a sidebar, if you're a little bit lost right now about what I was explaining earlier, there's nice apartments everywhere in Shanghai for affordable prices, but the environment right outside of your apartment can be really gross, meaning that like people will take their junk and put it in the hallways, and the hallways are pretty tight. Usually there's like an apartment here, maybe an apartment in the middle, something like that. And you know, there's a lot of old people, and they'll put their things right outside for everyone else to like walk and see. Or the building itself, like the hallways will be like super old, like from, like, haven't had any work done since they were actually built, you know. And so that's a little bit like off-putting. And when I first moved here, I actually was like, there's no way you guys expect me to live here. Like, I didn't come over here. And what I realized is it was normal. And then the inside of the apartments will be completely fine, completely new, sometimes luxury actually, but it's the environment. So yeah, coming from that, and then finally getting the complete opposite and feeling so good about my home space, where I'm a homebody. I do go out and stuff, but like I really prioritize feeling good in my home. And so I think moving to my new place and seeing that it's very similar to my first apartment, I'm having a difficult time. And I don't know if 50% of that has to do with my COVID time that I spent here and just feeling like a safe haven, but I don't know, guys. I want to cry. I really want to cry, and it almost makes me want to pack my shit and leave and go home. I'm not going to do that, by the way, but there's just like overcome of sadness at the thought of leaving this apartment. And it's very new. I just signed my lease yesterday, as I mentioned before. So hopefully this is something that I can get over. I mean, it's such a small problem, a minuscule problem compared to other people's issues. I should be happy to have an apartment, right? But at the same time, I can't help but feel the anxiety that I feel. And so if anyone has any tips for how to deal with separation anxiety from a place, because I'm someone, I've always studied abroad, traveled and things like that, so I don't usually have attachments to places so much, but this apartment means a lot to me. And like I said, it was hard to find here in Shanghai. And so yeah, if anyone has some tips, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Also, let me know what you think of my new apartment. I'm gonna, like I said, I'll show this in the video, and maybe I'll do another vlog leaving this apartment, so you guys can. I never did a vlog for this loft, so maybe I can show you guys this loft before I leave. You can say goodbye with me. I don't know. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see like more everyday things like this. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Mwah. So I am in my new apartment complex, and I'll show you guys what it looks like, and why I don't really love it. So here we go. Okay, so random trash and junk is just put out. Kind of looks like this in the area. It's quite big, so there's usually a long walk. And as you can see, it's really old. So This is quite typical in China. Most compounds look more or less this way, and it is not really kept clean. And I will insert a video of where I live now later on. This is where I live now. It's very green and clean for the most part. All cleared out. Today is the official last day in my apartment. I've been in for 2 years. I'm taking the last of my stuff, and there's someone cleaning so they can start showing the apartment. Yeah, this is a tough one, but it must be done. So here I am. Yeah, it took me over a month to move out because I've just been dragging my feet. But I must go. So this is the environment of my apartment. It's pretty clean for the most part. So you can kind of see why I don't want to leave it, because it's quite rare in China. Official last things. Last 2 bags. Oh my god. Yeah. And I miss this hallway. So this is what the outside of how it looks now. The garbage is back there. My building is here, and the grocery stores are there. And my old job is right across the street.